In a time when WWE is navigating shifting storylines, part-time legends, and a crowded main event scene, the absence of Roman Reigns has created a gaping void. For nearly 4 years, Reigns was more than a champion. He was the company's narrative core, a figure who elevated every feud with gravitas and long-term storytelling. Now, with his character adrift and his presence scarce, WWE is struggling to maintain that emotional and creative depth. Roman isn't just a star, he's the standard. And in an era that desperately needs direction and drama, his return could be the anchor WWE is missing. The fallout of WrestleMania 41, a betrayal forgotten. The problem is not that Roman lost the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. That was inevitable in the ebb and flow of wrestling storytelling. The real issue lies in how he lost it, to whom, and more critically, what WWE chose to do, or failed to do, with the fallout. WrestleMania 41 was meant to be seismic. It was meant to shake the foundations of WWE's storytelling universe. Paul Heyman, the wise man, the mastermind who had spent nearly 4 years orchestrating Reigns' rise to dominance, betrayed the tribal chief on the grandest stage, aligning himself with Seth Rollins. This betrayal should have been the most explosive plot twist in recent memory. A betrayal dripping with gravity and narrative potential. The tribal chief's vanishing act. From 2020 onward, Roman Reigns was the epitome of consistent long-term storytelling in WWE. Each victory wasn't just a notch on his belt, it was a declaration of dominance that forced every opponent to adapt or crumble. His matches were more than physical contests. They were psychological warfare, battles steeped in family drama and palpable tension. This slow-burning storytelling demanded a satisfying conclusion, or, at the very least, a compelling new chapter. Instead, WrestleMania 41 handed fans a shocking twist and then shrugged its shoulders. The triple threat that never fully materialized. The natural evolution of WWE's main event ecosystem was a charged triple threat between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. 3 titans whose histories are steeped in betrayal, manipulation, and ideological conflict. This should have been an epic collision of legacies and egos. Yet WWE seemed either unable or unwilling to fully lean into it. Roman's role was minimal, almost passive. Punk and Rollins dominated promos, screen time, and storyline stakes, while Roman felt like a relic, an afterthought, a shadow of his former dominant self. The company's failure to capitalize on Roman's story post-WrestleMania revealed a deeper truth. WWE simply doesn't have a plan for him anymore. A sun that has lost its light. For years, WWE crafted Roman Reigns as the sun around which their universe revolved, a source of life, heat, and energy. But now, that sun has dimmed, and WWE finds itself fumbling in darkness, desperately hoping something else will shine bright enough to carry the show. The potential for a riveting post-title arc was vast. A Roman stripped of everything, forced to confront the man beneath the tribal chief persona, humbled or enraged by his fall from grace. Lost in creative limbo. This is not a case of overexposure. Fans have not tired of Roman. On the contrary, they have waited with bated breath, chanting his name in arenas even when he was not present. They've speculated endlessly on how the betrayal would shape him, debated what direction he might take next. But with no answers offered, no perspective given, no forward momentum established, the audience's questions eventually fade into silence. Missed opportunities. Humanizing the tribal chief. There was also a colossal missed opportunity to humanize Roman post-betrayal. After years of seeming untouchable, watching his empire collapse should have been a humbling or infuriating experience. Prime material for a revenge story dripping with emotional resonance. WWE could have crafted a slow burn arc where Roman's fury and vulnerability became the heart of the narrative, akin to his past, deeply personal feuds against Jey Uso or Sami Zayn. The pattern of failed transitions. WWE has long struggled with transitions for their top stars. John Cena's reign ended awkwardly and slowly. The Undertaker's streak loss generated underwhelming fallout. Roman's situation is different because he was supposed to be WWE's answer to those failures. A character built to carry the company long-term, week after week, with tension, family drama, and slow-burn storytelling. But now, they are stumbling again, unsure how to move forward. The cost of silence and lost momentum. Roman is too layered a character to be used sparingly without a plan. Unlike part-time stars like Brock Lesnar, who thrive on chaos and unpredictability, Roman's appeal lies in control, presence, and emotional stakes. Removing him from the narrative without closure does not protect his aura. It erodes it. Each week Roman remains off television without resolution chips, away at fans' investment in what made the tribal chief special. The company has failed Roman, not the other way around. The truth is, WWE's Roman Reigns problem isn't that Roman failed the company, it's that the company failed to evolve with him. They had every tool to pivot him into a post-title phase that felt just as vital, just as compelling. They had Paul Heyman's betrayal as a catalyst for psychological warfare. They had CM Punk and Seth Rollins, two of the few men capable of challenging Roman's legacy. They had the broken bloodline, ready for a civil war or reconciliation arc. Instead, they left it all on the table and walked away.